So, hello to my viewers. We are here doing our challenge, and that is, I guess, our fourth day of the challenge, and we are in chapter 4. And let me read it for you out louder. Okay? तो बिना बकवास के start करते because it's too long. So start करते हैं, okay? New Year. The heading is New Year. The days felt endlessly long. I couldn't bring myself to read a novel or even go out to play cricket. My mother grown suspicious of my change in behavior. But with my father away for training, there was no one to question me further. I, s- I spent my day alone in my room, unable to escape the memories of her. Sandeep tried countless ways to pull me out, but I rejected every single attempt. School had started, but I couldn't switch schools, not because I didn't have a choice, but because I lacked the courage to stand by my decision last time. Now I had to face the painful reality of witnessing Anika's love story unfold in front of me. The hardest part of the man's life isn't finding a job, it's accepting that the girl he loves now belongs to someone else. Oh, really? Is that? मुझे पता नहीं था कि like the hardest part of the man is this. Love it. I returned to the class 5 days after school had started, wearing a checkered shirt, and faded jeans. I was about to step inside when Anika suddenly approached in front of me. Vikram, how are you? You haven't been to school these past days? My throat tightened and my eyes stuck. My voice come out weak. Nothing. Just like that, I replied. You don't sound okay, she said, following, frowning. She reached out and touched my cheek with her forefinger. Oh my god, you are burning up. Have you had a fever? Yeah, I lied. The truth was, I had cried all night. The ex the exhaustion had spiked my body temperature. Take some rest, Bikram. If you need anything, just let me know. Yeah, sure. I whispered before stepping into the classroom. Vikram, take charge of the class. The math teacher instructed instructed before stepping out to attend a phone call. Anika's eyes sparkled with excitement the moment the teacher left. She turned toward me. Vikram, we wanted to play chess. Yeah, of course, Anika, I replied. She bought the chessboard from the staff room and started playing one on one match with our classmate. Unspectable, her eyes looked into the chessboard, ears deaf to the noise around her. After after her fifth victory, she turned to me. Vikram, do you want to play? The entire class burst into laughter. Are you serious? You think you can beat Vikram? Someone shouted. Why not? Anika raised an eyebrow. You will never win against him in chess. That's a bet. A guy challenged. Then let's bet together. A girl added. I'll be on Anika's side. I am betting on Vikram. One of my friends said. What's the best? Someone asked. What's the bet? Someone asked. If Vikram wins, Anika has to distribute 30 chocolate to all the boys. The boys erupt in cheers. If Anika wins, I'll buy 27 dairy milk chocolate for the girls. Excitement filled the classroom and everyone cleared the benches and sat in the circle on the floor. Eyes froze on the chessboard. I made my move. A few moves in, Anika managed to take down my queen. The girl cheered loudly while the guy who had cheered me looked pale. I stayed focused. I'm just I'm just three more moves using my king and rock. I trapped her king, checkmate. The entire classes of boys Erupted in loud cheers. Wait, the girl on Anika said, protested. Let them play again. If Anika loses this time, I'll probably buy chocolate for everyone. We played again. This time I won in just five moves. Then again, three three consecutive win. Continuously win. The girl looked crushed, their excitement fading into disappointment. Anika sat still, unable to process the losses. Well, I'll buy chocolate for everyone, she finally said, looking at her friend disappointed face. No, I interrupt, I will. I stepped out I stepped out, went to the nearest shop, bought a big box of dairy milk chocolate and distributed them to everyone. As soon as 8th Jan grad started, a few months passed without me speaking to Anika, nor did she speak to me. Yet the yet the gossips about the reach her ears every single day because of I stopped bothering about the gossips or things beyond my control. Slowly, I start playing chess with Anika more often. We played almost 10 games, but she never managed to defeat me. Every time we played, her eyes remained glued to the chessboard, while stayed fixed on her face. Sometimes, when I took too long to make a move, she would glance at me only to catch me staring. And when she realized it, she would smile. A day passed, Anika and I grew closer, but as the saying goes, every action has an equal and opposite reaction. The next day, I bought a drone to school and showed it to Anika. This is amazing, exclaimed. She exclaimed, "You have to make it fly." I'll try my best. It was our sixth final exam. Everything was going smoothly for me. Venkatarmam, who sat behind me, the way I wrote my answer, the way he copied them, it was an exact replica. When the result were about to announce, all the teacher entered the class with our answer sheet in hand. One by one, they start pointing at us. Everyone knew I was the guy behind the suspiciously crisp answer. Soon the news reached to the principal office. He announced both of us regarding the elegance mass copying. Literally begged me not to say anything. I researched him. I wasn't the type to betray a friend. We stood outside the principal office. Tension ticked in the air. The principal looked furious, his blood pressure probably shooting through the roof. Come in, he commanded. We stepped inside his chamber. Behind him, the school name was neatly carved into a wooden and national flag stood proudly at his back. His desk was coated with a stack of paper and thesis books. But right in front of him, the place delivered over our answer sheet. Lifting the paper in both hands, he stared at us. Our heart nearly stopped. Venkatar was visibly shaking. Did he copy from Vikram? He asked. No. Vikram replied immediately. The principal circled around me, trapping a wooden stick against the palm. Don't lie, Vikram. Did you show him your paper? I took a deep breath. No, I said firmly. Suddenly he struck the stick, hitting my back. I clenched my teeth, rubbing the spot without making a sound. Then he picked up an answer sheet and pointed at a particular session. Look at this, he said. It was a letter writing question. Write a letter to a friend, but instead of writing his own name, it had mistakenly written mine. The room fell silent. The room feels silent. What do you say now? The principal asked. Venkatesh remained silent, his face turning pale. And what about you, Vikram? I stayed quiet. The principal struck me again. I didn't flinch, but after a few more hits, the pain cracked through me, and before I could control it, the words slipped out. Yes. I admitted. The principal laughed. Venkatesh, let call your parents now and let them see what their child is truly capable of. Don't you feel ashamed of copying someone else's answer? He let me go, but ordered Venkatesh to stay. Later that day, his parents come to the school. Right in front of them, the principal humiliated him. The next day, Venkatesh entered the classroom, his face moody, his eyes burning with anger. During the break, Anika and I sat under the tree. How's your drone? She asked. I haven't finished it yet. Why not? Do you want to see it? Yeah, she said excitedly. I'll bring it tomorrow. As I spoke, my eyes wandered across the school air. I noticed Venkatesh sitting at a distance, staring at us, but there was something different in his eyes, an unfamiliar intensity. He wanted to break me, he wanted to do something to me. The bell rang, signaling the end of the break. We went back to class as the board lecture dragged out. I pulled out my phone and started scrolling absentmindedly. When class ended, everyone left for lunch. I stayed behind alone in the classroom. Feeling restless, I took out my phone and played Superman speak on a speaker. Suddenly, Anika rushed into the room with Venkatesh holding her hand. See, Anika, how Vikram, what, what he is watching on phone. Her eyes landed on my phone screen on the music video. The moment she saw the screen, a woman undressing, the physical intimacy. It didn't matter to her that it was just a song. She didn't say a word, she just slapped me and then she walked away. I sat there frozen, dull, empty. Later, Vikram and Venkatesh and Anika become best friends, but the rumors about me never stopped. He would call her sis all the time, yet he was the one who kept spreading gossip about me. To tell you something about Venkatesh, he was a strange one. He had a history. Back in 7th grade, he used to play with first grade girls in a way that made everyone uncomfortable. By the time 8th grade is standard, month has passed without Anika and me speaking to each other. The distance between us grown, but the rumors didn't stop. Every single day, the gossip reached her ears because of Venkatesh. At some point, I stopped caring. Something was just out of my control. One afternoon, Anika stood at the front of the class, addressing everyone. We need to plan something for New Year, she announced. Like what? Trisha asked. Something adventurous, Anika replied. What kind of an adventurous? Adventure. Let's sneak into the school at midnight. A guy busted out. I immediately shook my head. No. Everyone else shouted yes in excitement. Vikram, don't come if you're not interested. Anika said, her voice laced with screams. I'm sure you have some important stuff to watch on your phone, right? Her words hit me harder than I expected. I could feel her restatement, all because of those endless rumors. She was growing stronger in hating me with every passing second. Yet, yet I still enjoyed the movement we shared, even if they were filled with bitterness. Everyone left, each going their own way. I stood there for a moment before deciding. I paid the school attender some cash and got the keys. At home, my father was sitting in the living room watching the news. I quickly changed out of my school uniform into a fresh t shirt and jeans, then sat beside him, ready to ask for permission. Like any strict parent, I expected him to say no, but still I had to try. Dad, I have to go to school tonight. It's New Year, I said casually. He looked at me seriously and to my shock, he said, "Yeah." Go then. I was stunned. He never let me out for parties, but this time he just agreed. Without wasting time, I grabbed my cycle and rode to school. I cracked my watch. I checked my watch. 9:55 p.m. The plan was to meet at 10, but no one was there yet. I was unlocked. As I unlocked the school gate, I suddenly heard a sound of bike approaching from a back. I turned to look. It was Anika. Her brother had come to drop her off. Trisha got down with her. The bike headlight illuminating Anika's outfit. A crisp white shirt tucked into black pant, a golden chain around her neck. She looked like an angel. No, every girl looked like an angel in that outfit. I corrected myself. As they walked toward me, I greeted Anika. She didn't respond. Hey Vikram, Trisha spoke instant. What do we do? No one here yet, I said. Can't we wait? Anika snapped, her irritation sharp. I shut my mouth. She pulled out her phone and dialed someone. Hello, Venki. She said, her voice suddenly soft, almost affectionate. My blood boiled for a second, but I didn't react. She spoke briefly and cut the call. Venki, on the way, she announced. Only that guy? The word slipped from my mouth before I could stop them. Mind your tongue, Vikram. Anika warned, her glance cutting through me. I said nothing after that. 10 minutes later, two boys and a girl arrived, making a group silently bigger. We started moving inside the school, but Anika stayed back. What are you waiting for? Trisha asked. I'm waiting for Venki. Anika replied, her tone as if she were a girlfriend waiting for her soulmate. My anxiety shot through the roof. What if they are together? What if they are dating? The thoughts around in my head, suffocating me. A loud engine roar interrupted my thought. A bike speed into a school ground at nearly 100 kmph, 100 km per hour. Skating to a stop. It was Wanky. He got off wearing a formal coat with a waiter. He pulled out a flower and handed it to Anika. My anxiety exploded. My feet felt like they were cut to the ground. We started climbing the school stair, but then a strange sound echoed through the hills. I stopped in my trek. What was that? I whispered to Trisha. It sounded creepy, she replied. Is that a girl? Anika asked. Let's get out of here. Venki muttered, already turning back, but Anika grabbed his hand. Let's go in. We moved room by room with each step. Venki was sweating more. Anika, on the other hand, moved fearlessly. Then we reached the science lab. It was locked. And that's when the real fear began. We returned to our classroom. There were six of us. Venki turned to me. Vikram, did you bring the Bluetooth speaker and your phone? I was right behind Anika. She could have asked me directly, but she didn't. Without a word, I pulled a speaker from my bag and placed it to the table, avoiding eye contact with her. She, she swiftly unlocked my phone and opened YouTube. But of course, BSNL SIM, my internet was painfully slow. The video without even load. The video wouldn't even load. Frustrated, Anika turned to the Venki. Give me your phone. He immediately grinned almost too eagerly and handed it over. She took the phone and unlocked it. Then suddenly a strange sound bled through the speaker. A movement of silence. Then realization struck. It was porn. The flighty noise echoed in the room. Anika's eyes widened in shock. She glanced at the screen. An open porn set. That idiot hadn't even bothered to close the tab. Disgusted, she threw the phone to the ground and backed away from him. Venkat screamed, trying to explain, but she cut him off with a sharp glance. Of this shit. I thought you were innocent. All those words you spoke about Vikram, were they fake? You are so selfish. She shouted, her voice trembling with rage. She stormed out of the classroom. His classroom. No one followed her. The room fell into an ear silence. Then suddenly, a blood-curdling scream echoed through the hallway. Anika. Venkat burst after like a hell itself was chasing him. I followed. We ran down the dimly light corner, reaching the far end where the science lab stood. The door was open. We stepped inside, and what I saw stunned me. A deafening silence filled in the air. My head snapped in confusion. Kitten sweat trembling beside me, then let out a horrific cry. Anika killed a woman. Anika killed a woman. He turned and ran. There, in the center of the room, Anika stood. Her hand trembled as she had a knife in front of her laying a lifeless woman. My heart pounded. Everyone else filled in terror, expect Anika and me. She collapsed, snooping uncontrollably. I took slow, continuous step toward her. Vikram, get away from her, she screamed. You will be involved in this murder case. Anika, calm down, please. Just breathe. I whispered. I knelt beside the woman. My body ran cold. It was our English teacher. Oh man. Her neck had deep scars. Her face brushed and burned. Some ear marks some ears marked with secret ashes. Anika cried louder, her body shaking violently. I examined the teacher lips, starting a pencil between them. Teeth mark. This wasn't just a killing. This was torture. I placed my hand on Anika's shoulder to comfort her. Vikram, don't touch me, she shouted, flinching away. Anika, I said softly, reaching for the knife in her tremble hand. As soon as I took it, reality hit me like a thunderbolt. Now I was holding the murder weapon. Vikram, have you lost your mind? Do you know what you are doing? Just run, please, I beg you. I said a sudden noise spanned my attention. The bathroom door cracked open. The dark figure stepped out. Vikram, please go. His Kamika whispered in terror. Who? I demanded. Just listen to me. Please run. But I stood firm. I'm your friend, Anika. No motherfucker can take you away from me. I grabbed, I grabbed, I grabbed the knife tightly. The figure stepped forward, revealing himself. A sneaking chill run down my spine. It was Naginder, the school attender, the same man. I breathed for the keys. He was completely naked. He was completely naked. Anika gasped and shoved me behind the table, trying to slide me from his view. Are you ready, Anika? He spoke, his voice dropping with wicked intent. Please leave me alone, brother. I beg you. Anika, please. Just once, just one night. Sleep with me. I'll spare you. Tears streamed down Anika's face. Anna, please. Oof. He shrugged, stepping closer. He shut the tap door, sealing us in darkness. I held my breath, my hand clenched into fist. He walked toward Anika, his voice shrinkly soft. You have such a lovely chest. Why don't you show it to me, baby? Anika snooped harder. Why are you crying? You shouldn't be grateful. You are getting an opportunity at such a young age. Come on, remove your clothes. He reached out and pinched her face. Remove, baby, he whispered, his hand slitting from her neck, creeping toward her chest. And that was it. I launched. I wrapped an unplugged wire around his neck, yanking it tightly. He grabbed his hand, crowing at a crowd. He thrust violently, slamming me against the wall. The impact raised my skull and pain explored through my body. I, I gasped for breath. The monster turned. His furious eyes looked into me. Nagendra charged. His first connect His first connected with my face, standing me crashing to the floor. Pain shot through my head, my vision blurry. Blood pl- tricked down my forehead. Vikram, Anika, I screamed. I reached out weakly, but my body wouldn't move. My limbs were paralyzed. My mind raced, but my body was failing me. I watched a horror of Nagendra grabbed Anika by the wrist. He threw her to the ground and pinned her down. Now, where were we? Anika struggled, kicking and screaming. He laughed. Shh, baby. It will be over soon. It will be over soon, he whispered, his hand moving to his underwear. A rag exploded inside me. With the last ounce of strength in my failing body, I screamed the ground. My figure brushed against something cold metal, the knife. With every bit of force left in me, I hurled it. The blunt slants through the air and struck him. A deep gash opened on his hand. Blood sucked from his wound. Nagendra rolled in, enjoying clutching his blood. And it was the movement. Anika's eyes met mine. This nightmare wasn't over yet. He woke up, took a iron rod and started towards me with a dramatic look on his face. He hit me on the head. I completely lost consequences and my blood started flowing like a river. He went back to Anika. This time he opened his underwear and held his hand out, trying to grab Anika's body. I was suddenly pulled into the sky. I saw the sky everywhere. I was running, shouting for Anika, but I couldn't find her. Then suddenly a peacock appeared in the cloud. Its eyes were sharp. As it softly ran toward me, I covered my face with my hand and closed my eyes. I heard a faint sound. I opened my eyes and was startled by the appearance before me. My eyes were sharp, his body shone like a diamond, and he smiled. It was Krishna, the Lord. What what are you worrying about, Vikram? I cleared my thought and answered, Anika is in danger, and I wasn't able to help her. Well, what's stopping you, Vikram? He's stronger than me. I couldn't find him alone. I replied, do you know what's the strongest thing on the earth? It's your mind. You have the you have the right to perform your praise duty, but you are not entitled to the fruit of your action. Trust in me. Stay focused and fight with determ- determination, leaving the outcome to me. Do not let fear or doubt cloud your mind. Stand up and face your challenge with courage and faith in the divine plan. Suddenly, I'm falling through the clouds, watching the light rear reaching the earth. I witness Arjuna and the Mahabharata in my mind. I wake up. He saw me and stopped touching Anika. He wake up with another rope and headed toward me. But before I could react, I grabbed an old rod. Blood started flow from my head and my vision blurred. He rushed to the rod and hit me on my face. Blood poured from my mouth. I didn't hesitate. He hit me again, this time on my shoulder, but I didn't react. I punched him in the stomach with as much force as I could mastered. He slowed on sign of pain, but he started hitting me again. My body was completely motionless. I raised the rod and defied it myself. This time I hit him on the head, chest, and leg repeatedly until he finally fell down. Suddenly, the police broke down the floor. I saw my father run toward me, hugging me tightly and shaking my head. Vikram, Vikram, wake up, he cried. In the movement, I whispered I could die. In that movement, I wished I could die. Wishing I had never seen my father crying for me. I never thought he could cry. I wake up in the hospital seeing my mother and sister beside my bed. My hand rested on my head with with which was completely bandaged. My mom later. Oh man, it is so heartbreaking. I can't even able to read it. Like जो सेंटेंस मुझे पढ़ते बन रहा था वो भी नहीं पढ़ पा रही हूँ मैं बिकॉज सी इज सो you know this is so much traumatic for any girl. I entered the school. Everyone appreciate the adventure I had gone through. I saved Anika. As I entered the class, Anika came in and all of the sudden hugged me. My heart speaked a bit and I almost fainted. Are you okay, Vikram? She asked. Yeah, Anika, I replied. As the bell rang, we are just ourselves at our desk. The teacher entered, appreciating me on the board. Everyone was happy except the Venki. His anger toward me had grown. He was still aggressive, but I didn't react, nor did I try to talk to him. Days passed, and Anika stopped talking to the boys, me included. As the final exam approached, Venki tried hard to talk to Anika. I thought he might try to spread rumors again, but this time, if he had, if he said something about me, he would, she would kick him with her slipper. After much laying and trying, Anika finally accepted him as a friend. They become friends again, just like before. The final exam ended. We went we went to school to receive our progress report. As usual, Anika scored top marks while I was below. Anika sat alone and I went to her. My heart raced as I prepared to propose. I was anxious about the outcome. If she rejected me, I'd lose all my self respect. I sat next to her. Her sharp eyes met mine. I didn't have the gut to speak. I felt like I might never see her again, so I took a deep breath. Anika, I want to tell you something. What, Bikram? Why is your face covered with sweat? Haven't you bought a napkin? It's okay, Anika. I have to tell you something. Yeah, I speak. My word is stuck in my throat. I wanted to tell her that I loved her, but the words couldn't come out. I tried, forcing the word. What, Vikram? Why are you so anxious? Speak clearly. I think I stopped. I couldn't say anything more. What? Nothing. I said, turned toward side. Just say it, Vikram. I want to play a chess game with you. Now, let's play. She said, and she began to bring the chessboard from the shelf beside her. Suddenly, Venki arrived and ran toward Anika. Anika, I'll show you something. Come on. He grabbed her and dragged her out of the crack or out of the classroom. The guards are too low. We have to change school. My father spoke while having dinner. Yeah, Dad, I muttered. Life has a way of making things more completed than they seem. I have been trying to forget her. Through some time the thought across my mind of waiting her. The thoughts across my mind to wait for her. Maybe a few years from now. For now, focusing on my study feels like the best way to escape the pain and keep my mind occupied. Oh man, oh man. I've never ever thought in my mind कि ये कहानी इस टाइप का मोड़ लेगी, like that harassment and all. It was very tough, but yeah, we're done with our chapter 4. So कल पढ़ते हैं chapter 5. See you there.